Our freedom to speak is what they admire most about this country. And that's something I'm embarrassed to say I took for granted until they pulled my friend Stephen off the air and tried to coerce the affiliates who run our show in the cities that you live in to take my show off the air. That's not legal. That's not American. That is un-American, and it is so dangerous. Should the government be allowed to regulate which podcasts the cell phone companies and Wi-Fi providers are allowed to let you download to make sure they serve the public interest? You think that sounds crazy? 10 years ago, this sounded crazy. Brendan Carr, the chairman of the FCC, telling an American company, we can do this the easy way or the hard way, and that these companies can find ways to change conduct and take action on Kimmel, or there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead, in addition to being a direct violation of the First Amendment, is not a particularly intelligent threat to make in public.
But he had no ratings.
Well, I do tonight. Thank you. You almost have to feel sorry for him. He did his best to cancel me. Instead, he forced millions of people to watch the show. That backfired bigly. He might have to release the Epstein files to distract us from this now. Now, a lot of people have been asking me if there are conditions for my return to the air, and there is one. Disney has asked me to read the following statement, and I agreed to do it. Here we go. To reactivate your Disney Plus and Hulu account, open the Disney Plus app on your smart TV or TV connected device. I've been fortunate to work at a company that has allowed me to do the show the way we want to do it for almost 23 years. I've done almost 4,000 shows on ABC, and over that time, the people who run this network have allowed me to evolve and to stretch the boundaries of what was once traditional for a late night talk show, even when it made them uncomfortable, which I do a lot. Every night, they've defended my right to poke fun at our leaders and to advocate for subjects that I think are important by allowing me to use their platform, and I am very grateful for that. With that said, I was not happy when they pulled me off the air on Wednesday. I did not agree with that decision, and I told them that, and we had many conversations. I shared my point of view. They shared theirs. We talked it through, and at the end, even though they didn't have to, they really didn't have to. This is a giant company. We have short attention spans, and I am a tiny part of the Disney Corporation. They welcomed me back on the air, and I thank them for that. That unfortunately, and I think unjustly, this puts them at risk. The President of the United States made it very clear he wants to see me and the hundreds of people who work here fired from our jobs. Our leader celebrates Americans losing their livelihoods because he can't take a joke. He was somehow able to squeeze Colbert out of CBS. Then he turned his sights on me, and now he's openly rooting for NBC to fire Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers and the hundreds of Americans who work for their shows who don't make millions of dollars. And I hope that if that happens, or if there's even any hint of that happening, you will be 10 times as loud as you were this week. We have to speak out against this stuff because he's not stopping. And it's not just comedy. He's gunning for our journalists, too. He's suing them. He's bullying them. Over the weekend, his foxy friend Pete Hegseth announced a new policy that requires journalists with Pentagon press credentials to sign a pledge promising not to report information that hasn't been explicitly authorized for release. That includes unclassified information. They want to pick and choose what the news is. I know that's not as interesting as muzzling a comedian, but it's so important to have a free press, and it is nuts that we aren't paying more attention to it.
It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me. Jay Black, Sexy Mo, C-Chung, and celebrity guests that you get nowhere else. That's right, but here on Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Go to our YouTube page, Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, and check the exclusive situation all the way out. Or catch it live. Get your comments on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends are back.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts. I wear tight shirts cause I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when December comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
Did I take it too far? Wait. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's get to it. All right. I don't know what to start with first. I'll start with Jay Black will be here late because he's getting his oil changed. Listen, I don't know who gets their oil changed this early in the morning. I don't know. Jay Black said he's getting his oil changed. First in, first out. He's got to connect, and he has to be there early. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know our family member, Sexy Mo, we used to joke about her always having the same excuse, talking about traffic is crazy.
Traffic is crazy.
This is worse than traffic is crazy. I'm getting my oil changed at 6 in the morning. Okay. All right.
No, I'm lucky he's in a stable relationship, because that wouldn't go over well with some people in the first few weeks or months, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to get my oil
Wait,
changed.
where were you? I was getting my oil changed. It's 7 in the morning.
What type of oil are we talking about? What type of changing of oil are we talking about? That's
I'm
all.
getting my oil changed. That's the code word.
Number 2, I got a strong hour on here today. I got to leave at 8:15. Hopefully, Jay Black will be back then. So Jay Black and Dr. Aaron Smith, a.k.a. Fearless, will take you home to the end of the show. But I got to leave at 8:15. I got things to do. Number 3, Dr. Aaron Smith, how was your night last night? How'd everything go? Well, anything new? You still single? They're just asking for the women.
Oh, no, yeah, but my gosh, definitely. No, I had a hearing. I had a court hearing, not a court hearing. I had one of them fake hearings yesterday. So the last thing you think about when you come out of hearings is hooking up. That's the last thing on your mind when you come out of a support hearing is making some more and finding somebody new. You say, I'm good. I'm good for right now. Let me figure this out.
I'm good.
But no, everything's good.
I'm gonna find myself. I'm gonna find myself and build myself. I'm working on me. I always made fun of women who said they're working on themselves, and now I'm working on myself. So this is yeah. Now I'm working on myself. That's what I am. I'm in the middle of that. So
Deborah Cox. Nobody's supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Somebody come in your life. How did you get here? Now working on me.
But get on out of here, girl. I'm meditating. I'm doing yoga. I'm praying. I'm doing a lot. Get out of here. Get going. Don't nobody want to see that. Don't nobody want to see that.
Don't nobody want to see that.
Don't nobody want to see that. Don't nobody want to see that shit. I'm tired. That's what got me in this situation. That's why I'm heartbroken now. Damn it. That's why I'm struggling and trying to figure myself out. I'm destroyed. Ovaries destroyed. Yeah, man. All right. Good morning, everybody. I'll get to the comments, to the good mornings. Yeah, we'll get to them now. I'm not gonna procrastinate. It's been a rough morning, man. I had some damn irritating difficulties this morning. LaShawn, good morning. She's present. All right, Ashley Newman. Good morning, people. About to clock in. But I'm listening. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for listening.
That's what's up.
Miss Clark was really good. Afro Queen is up in here saying good morning. Everybody saying good morning. KT was really good. Good morning, KT. Yeah.
Good morning.
I had everything planned out. I said, I'm gonna wake up, I'm plan out. Then all of a sudden I tried to check my bank account because the check went in, and it didn't recognize my face because I had my bonnet on because I protect my hair.
Protect the neck.
I was protecting the curls, and next thing I know, it took 20 minutes because I put the password in a few times. It didn't work. And then I had to go through the whole beginning stages of them sending me a text message and dog, when I tell you I was about to punch a hole in the wall, I said, what do we do? All I had to do was, so that's how the morning started, man. That's how
verification.
Verification turned into 7 different text messages. I had to think of a new email, a new password that has nothing to do with my last password. Couldn't use any similar numbers or anything like that. So I wrote it down. Damn, I almost just said my password, my bank password just now. That's how frustrated I was.
Don't get that frustrated.
And that started the day. Beautiful Queens, Ashabu saying what's up to everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I think Doctor, you have definitely run off Coco. Yeah, speak up.
No,
speak out. Yeah, and I don't understand that. I don't get that on Coco's side. I don't get that. Wait, where the grits? Oh, I didn't play the grits because I had that long intro with Jimmy Kimmel. All right, let's get to Jimmy Kimmel. So much.
Well, that might be a good sign, though, Mike.
Wipe your lens. Wipe your lens on your phone. There's a super glare going on. Thank you, Trendsetter.
That's the light behind me. That's the light.
But you seem a little foggy. But okay, all right. Just
I'll do both though.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Yeah, it is early. I don't know. I get my oil change early, but I'll be the first at Walmart at 8. No, it was 6 a.m. Dog. If I told you what time he actually texted me, and he always does this on his behalf. He always does this. I don't know. He wants to be in and out. He probably gets $7 off of it. I don't know.
Got a coupon.
There's always a reason. DJ Super, good morning. Congratulations on Johannesburg and everything like that. Shout out to Trendsetter for getting on Sirius. That's a big deal. Shout to that. Queenborn, Miss Parker, and everybody. Let me see. Did I get everybody? Anybody new? All right. I've been recovering since Friday. Chris Brown in Vegas. Oh, you went to Vegas to see Chris Brown. Definitely can't get up and go right to work like I used to when I would party all night. 3 a.m. All right. You went to go see Chris Breezy. You should give us a review. We'll send you the link at some point. I've seen Chris Brown in concert twice. Very good. Don't really want to see him again, but I get it. A lot of y'all are real Chris Brown fans. I saw him twice. It was cool.
We did an event with the Back to School Jam when he was doing Run It back in the day when he first came out. It was Tierra Marie and Chris Brown. And he stayed and signed autographs for almost 3 hours. He was a new artist trying to get known. Now they got paid a couple $1,000 just to take a picture with him. But back then he stayed for 3 hours just to meet everybody. You know, the times changed, man. He didn't came up.
He did. He was also on the show I did for the station in Philly. I don't know what the name of it was by the time that came up. It was, I don't know, 103.9. I don't know, Hip Hop and R&B. Who knows? They don't change their name 16,000 times. But Chris Brown performed. I was there for the sound check. And listen, I have to apologize. I heard him on sound check, and them vocals were not what they. That's all I'm saying. But he can sing. He can't sing. He can't church sing, but he can sing. He can't church sing, but he can sing. God bless him. And guess who I saw? So while I was at sound check, and then later on, I was in the cut by myself. Guess who I allegedly, even though I saw it with my own eyes, get out the Bentley and I found out that this is when I found out that the Bentleys and the Rolls Royces had curtains. Who was Diddy's girl? The girl for a long time? The one that got abused? Cassie.
Oh.
How about I'm in the back and there's this fancy car. I don't even know what it is at that moment in time. And the door is open. And she pops out first. He pops out next. I'm not going to say, that's all I'm going to say. It's ironic that it was just me back. It was back. I don't know how the parking lot was in the waterfront. and how the parking was set. I don't know why I was just back there. I was the only one smoking a black and mild back there, but doors open. He pops out and she pops out. And anyway, it has nothing to do anyway. Back to Jimmy Kimmel. Now that I think about it, I'm like, ooh, what was going on?
But they were getting along though, right? Or they getting along.
Yeah. There was no festivities. There was no.
They had curtains. They had curtains behind there.
And that's what I said. Oh, there are curtains in the bed. Okay.
What's going on back there?
But I saw no baby oil. I didn't see any baby oil. I didn't see anything. But now that
did they pop out greasy? That's the question. Did they pop out greasy?
Pop out greasy.
Was she glistening?
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know. All right. So you saw Jimmy Kimmel open the show, and came back, and I watched the whole thing. It was kind of what I thought it would be. Did you see it, Doc, or was it the first time you seen it?
I saw the clip you just played. It was more serious and political than I thought it would be, though. Than that I was pleased with, because I thought he'd do more glossing over with jokes, and he took time to really break things down in terms of the state of the nation and what actually happened. Basically called out, Trump by his position, and encourage people to be more vigilant in terms of exercising their power to protect democracy and the Constitution. So, yeah, props to Jimmy. I didn't know he was going to go that hard. I knew he was going to be funny with it, but I didn't know he was going to be like, yo, this is an important time in our nation type for energy and for us to really resist tyranny. But he went there, which is good.
So that was actually not the whole thing. It was longer than that. And listen, I'm one of those people. It's not the word jaded. I look at things from a set of eyes where I'm always like, So
skeptical.
I'm skeptical. I'm biased. I don't believe these people. I don't believe anything that comes out their mouth. I don't believe the facade that they put up. He made a joke about pulling out the Disney letter and what they said.
Yes.
And he said how to reactivate your Disney channel. I look deeper into things because I'm about to play a clip. That wasn't the apology, obviously. That was a joke about the stipulations, about what he had to do. Okay? I want to show you what the stipulations really were. I'm going to show you the part. Let me see if I can get. I'm going to show you. This is what they made sure he had to do. This is the part of the monologue they made sure he had to do. I'm going to show you this about.
Anyway, as I was saying before I was interrupted, a moment over the weekend, very beautiful moment. I don't know if you saw this on Sunday. Erica Kirk forgave the man who shot her husband. She forgave him. That is an example we should follow. If you believe in the teachings of Jesus, as I do, there it was. That's it. A selfless act of grace, forgiveness from a grieving widow. It touched me deeply. And
that, my friends, was the bullshit that he had to do. Don't get distracted by everything else. Call me skeptical. J Black's in the building. Call me whatever you want. Call me whatever. I see through the bullshit. You had to get emotional over that woman and compare her to her actions being Jesus-like. That was the part that they manipulated you into saying. That, my friends, was the bullshit. Everything else was what he wanted to say. That was the stipulation. This shit right here, I'll play it again. This is the part they said, yeah.
Anyway, as I was saying before I was interrupted, a moment over the weekend, a very beautiful moment. I don't know if you saw this on Sunday. Erica Kirk forgave the man who shot her husband. She forgave him. That is an example we should follow. If you believe in the teachings of Jesus, as I do, there it was. That's it. A selfless act of grace, forgiveness from a grieving widow.
People, everybody's compromised. Everybody is compromised. Everybody. That's why you got to watch the whole thing, and you cannot be influenced. And listen, maybe you'll say, well, you're influenced by TikTok. I sure am. Because the background and everything about this woman has come out. And they are digging deep.
Mm-hmm.
They are in the rabbit hole. And these ain't no coincidences. This ain't no coincidence. None of it. Let me see if I can find Jimmy Kimmel. Oh damn! Did I not? I son of a bitch. I got the rabbit hole, but I don't have the first one. Was the one I needed. This is shit. I'm telling you, it's been a weird morning, y'all. It's been a weird morning. I'm trying not to let it. This is some of the stuff because there's one part I needed to play.
Kirk, since taking over as CEO of Turning Point USA, her past has really come under scrutiny because she used to do some charitable work for some for some organizations that she founded that led her to doing some ministry work over in Romania. At the same time, reports out there saying that the mission that she sent over there was forced out of Romania because places where her ministry was going, children were disappearing. Disappearing and winding up in places.
Do you have a crystal?
Erica Kirk has deep connections to Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump, and the State of Israel. The supposed grieving wife and mother is going to be taking over Turning Point USA. So here's some facts about her that I think the public has a right to know and that nobody else is reporting on. Around 2009 to 2010, even though Erica had never modeled before or participated in a beauty pageant, she received an invitation in the mail to participate in the Miss USA beauty pageants, which were owned by Donald Trump. In 2012, she won the Miss Arizona competition. And at the same time, according to her website, she was also a casting director at the same time she was modeling for Trump. In 2006, she started a ministry when she was just 17 years old. This ministry was working with the U.S. military in Romania at the same time she claimed to be working as a casting director. The area in Romania where Erica was operating her ministry out of had a ton of locals accusing these evangelical ministries of kidnapping children and trafficking them out of the country.
She was then removed. She was then kicked out of the country.
She was working with the military at 17?
17.
Working with the military?
17.
Overseas?
17.
I was junior prom or prom. I mean, like, wow, she's accomplished. I ain't never seen a black person do less and get more in my entire life. Like when I hear some of these stories of the breaks they got and the opportunities they got and how are you paying your bills just being in pageants and starting charities? Like who was paying the bills? Like are you an agent? Like what? I mean, and whose parents let them just? When did you graduate high school? When did you graduate high school?
When did you go to the prom?
But not even prom. Just did you graduate? When were you doing the homework? Were you doing your homework in Romania? 17 and you're in Romania. When did you leave high school? What high school were you at before that? And how did you start? Who goes home and says, you know what, I'm going to be in pageants and do charity work, Mom. I'll see you never. I'll move back never. I'm moving out. Where are you moving to? Romania. Wait, you've never even been to Romania. We don't even speak to who's the U.S. military. All right. You're right, Mike. All right, whatever. And I said it before when they was getting mad at me when I was going all in that first time about Charlie Kirk. And the one thing I said, the official story you get in the beginning is never the truth. It's never the truth. People are like, why don't you just let it go if you're doing too much? No. The original story, now they're saying he got shot in the back of the head and the neck was an exit wound. And I was like, you know what? I've never seen an entry wound look like that. I've never seen it. It looked more like an exit wound. And they're showing all the stuff with the hair popping up and him leaning forward and seizing up like when your spine gets... Like, the original story is never the story. And the more they talk about this kid, I haven't seen a single video of the boyfriend. I've only seen 3 videos of the shooting, even though 3,000 people were there. Like Candace Owens said, I saw no blood when they were carrying him to the van. I saw no videos past that 3-second thing of him getting... I never saw him getting carried off stage. Have any of y'all seen a video of him getting carried off the stage? No, you haven't. Like, what is going on?
I want to add to that. When they have the picture of the shooter running on the roof, why if they had a camera on the roof, why don't we have any video of him actually doing the shooting?
Taking the shot. Yeah.
But
you got
my point.
Yeah.
My point is the person who took over Turning Point had to be
that part too.
Had to be made to look. Had to be compared to a Jesus act.
That felt real Johnson-like.
That was the compromise. That's what you had to say. And y'all can say whatever you want. I don't give a fuck what y'all think about what I'm saying. I know what I know. Because that, my friends, was so ridiculous and so over the top to even bring Jesus in to compare this woman who was in pageants that Donald Trump owned and didn't even audition for him, was sent an invitation. This was bullshit and gaslighting. It was a person of color. I don't think they would. You don't think?
I was gonna say the same thing. I think if it was a black person, she would not have forgave him. I'm
Tracy,
right with you.
If it was the wrong white person, just like the people who got shot out in Minnesota, if it's the wrong white person, they won't get this.
I think Tracy's talking about Jimmy. I think she's talking about Jimmy.
This is bullshit.
No, talking about the wife. Charlie Kirk's wife forgave the shooter. The wife forgave the shooter. If the shooter was Muslim, there would be no forgiveness.
Oh, absolutely not.
It's a conspiracy.
No, but the fact that they're all connected is getting kind of crazy. It's getting kind of crazy now that they've been connected. What Trump was doing pageants like 30-something years ago, right? So this lady must be like 40 years old, or 40 or almost 50. The fact that these people have been connected for at least 20 to 40 years. Whether it's Epstein, whether it's Kirk, in fact, they're all running it. It's all them. It's all these people that known each other, have been working together, have been covering stuff up for each other for 20, 30 years. No. If you connected to Epstein and you was in them pageants, you know a lot. And the fact you happen to marry Charlie Kirk, that's a coincidence. That's a wild coincidence.
It's a super wild coincidence.
But they said that they put people on people.
I was looking for the tears. Did any tear actually drop? No.
Jimmy,
I haven't seen a tear out of her face in 5 freaking speeches.
Wait. Jimmy Kimmel got more emotional than she did.
Let me try practicing.
Are we kidding right now, dog?
Y'all better stop. Y'all gonna get canceled. Y'all better stop.
Are we kidding right now?
Hold up, I'm getting emotional.
So when
my makeup's more important than my emotion.
So when everybody is so caught up in this Jimmy Kimmel thing, and y'all all applaud, what you should be doing is side-eyeing and going, what? What is that?
What he say?
What he say? She was Jesus-like.
Let me go upgrade real quick.
If you believe in Jesus. Oh, and I can't wait to play the Stephen A. Smith clip after this. There was a whole dugout behind the table where he was sitting. I saw people jump down in it. Somebody on social said it was the light glare. I know a hole when I see one. Pause. That's childish. I shouldn't say pause, but it's fun. Pause. I'm trying to find a video. Don't you ain't got to worry about it. I almost called you sweetie. It was a white power movement. They're all actors. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. Thank you, Tracy. It was bizarre when I couldn't believe. I said, he didn't say that, did he? And then I got to see everything else, and I was like, wow.
Did you feel a way though that he did slightly apologize? Because I felt like it was an apology. The whole, if I offended you, I didn't mean, that wasn't my intention. Like, did you feel like he should even did that?
I'll tell you what it really was. What really pissed me off is that once again, this man, whether he's the president or not, can attack people the way he wants to, and you can't attack back the way he attacks with the same energy. Because he, my friend, would have doubled down.
Yeah.
he would have doubled down. He would have tripled down. He'd have quadrupled down.
Very true.
And everybody still has to show some type of class. If Charlie K would have talked about Jewish people like he talked about black people, it would not have been any memorial. But you know what? Action, he had begun to. He had begun to. Days before, a week before his podcast, he had started to. And I played some of the clips.
Well, he got a day coming up of remembrance. He got his day. They voted. He got his own day now.
Good morning, Auntie outside. Good morning, Auntie outside. It's just they get you. It's just a nonstop show.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a nonstop show of manipulation and control. That's all it is. And they get everybody the way they want it. They still get it the way they want it. They still get it.
And that's the frustrating part, right?
That is absolutely the frustrating part. And like I said, I got to leave here at 6:15.
6:15. What?
8:15. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about you getting your oil change at 6:15. I haven't seen one tear from her fake face. No, you haven't seen a tear from anybody. You haven't seen a tear. Donald Trump ain't emotional. He just wanted to hug up on her. That's all he wanted to do.
That's a new thing. He trying to move in.
The most awkward hug, the tightest hug, which was ridiculous. Just every time you look at it, every time I look at that hug, I go, this is disgusting.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's the most disgusting. Kimmel didn't apologize, but he did address and apologize to the wife.
I feel like it was an apology.
And sorry for no, he apologized to he wanted to make sure that the wife was looked upon, compare her actions compared to Jesus. Now that's if you believe. If you do you know how awkward that? Do you know how? I don't think you guys know how over the top this is for a person he doesn't know.
Good morning, Diane.
I don't care what anybody says. I'm playing this again. Go ahead. That's the hug. That's the awkward hug.
Anyway, as I was saying before I was interrupted, a moment over the weekend, a very beautiful moment. I don't know if you saw this on Sunday. Erica Kirk forgave the man who shot her husband. She forgave him. That is an example we should follow. If you believe in the teachings of Jesus as I do, there it was. That's it. A selfless act of grace, forgiveness from a grieving widow.
So he said the teaching of Jesus like I do. Were you believing in Jesus when you said that people who weren't vaccinated shouldn't get medical help if they go to the emergency room? Oh, man, motherfuckers are so... You are so... Did you believe in Jesus then? Was that a Jesus thing to do? To say if you get sick and you haven't been vaccinated, that you shouldn't be allowed to get any treatment in the emergency room. Was that Jesus-like? Just want to know. God, people are such... They're all connected.
Did you like the Robert De Niro, the skit?
I only saw the beginning of it. I only saw the full clip that I played before the show started. So I didn't watch the show actually live. And it wasn't, it wasn't even, for those who don't know, the censorship continued. You do know that the show was preempted in cities all around this country.
81 total.
So it wasn't like, it wasn't like this, we got all right. No, you didn't. You didn't.
We'll see. They ain't released the numbers yet, right? I'm pretty sure he had a nice rating.
No, he had huge numbers. He knew he was going to have huge numbers. He knew, even in some parts of Washington, D.C. What was the rating? Yeah, he made a comment about having ratings now. Here it goes. He made a comment about having.
I turn into this guy.
Who would you like to see replace Kimmel on late night?
Well, a lot of people, anybody could replace him. Guy had no talent. Kimmel he was fired. He had no talent. He's a whack job, but he had no talent. And more importantly than talent, he had no, because a lot of people have no talent, they get ratings. But he had no ratings.
Well, I do tonight.
Yeah. Well,
Robert De Niro was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious too. Action. Yeah, you got to watch the Robert De Niro. They snuck the little Tylenol jabs in there. You know,
Yeah.
the jokes about that. It was funny. I thought it was funny.
Now, if y'all think if this is gonna be the catch that gets me to watch Jimmy Kimmel every night, y'all got another thing coming. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your ratings, enjoy the money, the whole thing. I've never stood up to watch Jimmy Kimmel, never, ever. Hug Jimmy Kimmel too. He just became part of the white power movement. Tracy, I'm glad you see it. I'm glad you see it, Tracy.
What up, Poppy?
What up, Poppy? What's going on? Wait, one more comment on Hulu. Raise the damn price that is connected to Disney. Nah, he can go back off. Facts on facts. Stay off of it.
Disney price, it went up $2, right? It went up $2 to $11.99, and no ads is $18.99 now. Starting October, the 21st, something like that. So
stay off of it.
Your price is going up. They got to make up all that money they lost when y'all left them.
Everybody stay off. Don't go jumping back on, but we will. I hope we don't. There shouldn't be. There ain't no. Oh, you violated our rights. Oh, but you gave it back, so we'll get back on. What says no? You just never get back on. You just never go back on the Disney cruise. You just never. They attempted. They did. They violated. And in 80 cities across this country, they still violated those citizens' rights. They still did.
So you saying never go back?
Never go back. First of all, Disney is ratchet as hell. Disney should be exposed for all the stuff they've been involved with anyway. I'm ashamed of myself for how much money I spent at Disney. They're part of the racket too. They got connections to a whole bunch of obscene shit that went on. But this whole thing is just put them back on and they'll all come back so these billionaires can make more money. No, this is the whole point. Just stay off of them. The only way to fight back is to take their money. It's to not give them our money. That's the only way. The next one is Amazon. Amazon needs to get it. They all need to get it.
But say if your kid really watched the Disney Plus.
I don't care if my kid watches Disney. They will be okay. Disney in the files too. You have no idea. You saying it as a joke. You have no idea how far down that rabbit hole you'll see, and you'll be like, "Oh shit."
Follow the money. That's what they say. Conspiracy.
Ain't no conspiracies no more. This is all out in the open. That's why people are getting so frustrated. Disney is dirty too. They're still on the boycott, and well, they should be. Don't get your Hulu back.
What do we really watch on Hulu anyway? Like, we don't really.
Hulu is just there when you just pop on. And did Doc come back?
I think he popping onto a different thing. He's trying to get set up now.
And then just when you can't get pissed off enough,
cut them all off, Tracy. Cut them all off.
That's the only power we have. The problem, they probably are quite a few Disney execs on that list.
You ready, Doc? Doc ready? Yeah, he's ready.
But just because I got. Oh God, it's already 7:43. So and then I'm gonna let y'all rock out. Then just when you think, and this was a clip I forgot to play. Let me tell you how much I am so I know this is so repetitive. I'm telling you, I don't watch Stephen A. Smith. I don't watch him. No, I don't. When I come home on lunch break, because that's the only time I have, I watch McAfee and I watch FS1 with Colin Cowherd because I can't stand Colin, but I can't stand it because I can't stand his opinion. I have no interest. He is untalented, people. He is an untalented individual that they have conned you into thinking Stephen A. Smith is really a talented TV personality. He's not. He is nothing but a stereotype. That's all he is. And this man is an agent against you. Listen to what he had to say. I want you to listen to what he had to say when Jimmy Kimmel got taken off. I just want you to hear what this man had to say.
Good point, Action. Good point.
People forget Walt Disney was a racist. Here we go. This is Stephen A. Smith. Just when you don't think.
My only issue with Jimmy Kimmel And this whole brouhaha he finds himself inflamed with is not that, oh my God, you can't say a joke. I am incredibly alarmed about what appears to be our First Amendment rights being attacked. This is what I do for a living. I don't like that. But you know he's coming. And you know part of the reason why is to get back at everybody who tried to take him down. They didn't try to keep him out of the White House and that was it. They tried to throw him in prison. The man is coming. And you have to adjust accordingly. Nexstar has to adjust. All these broadcast corporations have to adjust. Madison Avenue has to adjust. Wall Street has to adjust. Corporate America has to adjust. China's had to adjust. Mexico has had to adjust. France, England, Germany, everybody has to make an adjustment. It's the real world. I don't like it. I'm alarmed by it. I'm scared of it. But I have to march forward. As do all of you. That's what I was saying about Jimmy Kimmel. That's what I'd say about Stephen Colbert or anybody else. Part of winning the game is knowing the game you're playing and adjusting accordingly to ensure that when all is said and done, you come out on top. My only issue.
I just want to know, sitting on their laps of your controllers, how does it feel? Because your ass should be pregnant by now.
He's on top.
Your ass should be pregnant. You should at least be 6 months pregnant by sitting on their laps and say, hey, I'll do the work for you. Don't worry about it. Adjust. Thank God Malcolm didn't adjust. Thank God Fred Hampton didn't adjust. Thank God Martin Luther King didn't adjust. Thank God Harriet Tubman didn't adjust. Thank God the reason why we have the rights that we have right now is because people refuse to adjust. But we know your point is you are worried about you being on top. You ain't worried about nobody else. You don't care that rights are being taken. Your thing is, let's adjust. Let's act the way they want us to act. Behave, everybody. Everybody behave. Adjust, not fight back. He said China adjusted. I would love to know what China's response would be when you say they adjusted. Don't fight back. Don't fight back. Adjust. Adjust your behavior, people. When you're in an abusive relationship, don't get out or fight back. Just adjust. When the cops violate your rights, be more compliant. No, be more compliant. When they hit you, apologize to them. I'm sorry that I want to stand up for my rights. Adjust. Don't go to towns during sundown. When the sundown towns are out, don't go. Follow their rules because that's the way the world is. Adjust. He says it brave with his chest out as he's deep. He is the puppet of all puppets. And every person who's gotten fired in this sidebar at ESPN because of him, understand he just told you why you got fired. Because it's about him. It ain't about nobody else. It ain't about a race of people. Ain't about any group. It's about Stephen A. Smith. He told you that's how to milk the game. You just adjust to what they're telling you to do. Motherfucker, I can't even believe that y'all watch this dude.
Yeah, they used to call it go along to get along. House Negroes. But ironically, Dr. King was famous for saying there are some things concerning which we must always be maladjusted if we are to be people of goodwill. And if you just type into YouTube, proud to be maladjusted, you'll see another speech by Dr. King. He says, I'm proud to be maladjusted and wish all men of goodwill would be maladjusted until the good society is realized. John Lewis, my fraternity brother, rest in peace, called it good trouble. You know, John Lewis said we need to get into good trouble. And Dr. King said that we should be maladjusted, especially in the face of evil. So he is not in the tradition of any of our great ancestors when he tells you to just listen to Matt. I mean, just go along to get along and just don't worry, be happy, put your head down and don't make no waves, don't make no noise, and just win by getting paid. I guess that's what hookers say too. You know, just play the game and be on top. But no, most of the great men in our tradition say that we should not be comfortable with this and we should be maladjusted. So Stephen A. Smith, just keep being on top of whatever you're on top of over there with Zaddy.
Proud to be maladjusted. I love it. I'm today. That is my homework today, to go to YouTube and watch that and air that today.
Well, I can send. I got a 1 minute clip. I sent to Jay. I got you.
This is absolute. The fact and. Oh my God, man. They right in your face and we still support them. Did you hear what he said? Oh, they tried to throw him in jail. They tried to throw him in jail because he was guilty.
30-something time felon. Yeah, I guess he would have to go to jail because every other felon goes to jail.
Because you know it's coming.
20, 30 felonies.
You know he's coming.
Yeah, that was like what's that, homoerotic? What are you doing? I know he's coming. Shut up, Will. What? I don't care.
You know he's coming to get paybacks.
Pause.
To get paybacks for everybody. They tried to throw him in jail. Yes, he should be in jail. But you can't say that, Steve, because you like being friendly with him. You're our Bill Maher. You go eat dinner with him and compliment how comfortable you felt. How comfortable you felt with the leader of regime.
How well adjusted he was.
How well adjusted.
This is why we will never unite.
Well, we won't unite with the sellouts. Yeah, we ain't never unite with the sellouts. But we'll be fine.
So you want to play this clip? You said it's a minute?
Yeah, it's a minute. Harriet Tubman left her own husband right there on the plantation. Yeah, turn it up.
It is the ringing cry of modern child psychology, maladjusted. Now, of course, we all want to live the well-adjusted life in order to avoid neurotic and schizophrenic personalities. But as I move toward my conclusion, I would like to say to you today, in a very honest manner, that there are some things in our society and some things in our world for which I'm proud to be maladjusted. And I call upon all men of goodwill to be maladjusted to these things until the good society is realized. I must honestly say to you that I never intend to adjust myself through racial segregation and discrimination. I never intend to adjust myself to religious bigotry. I never intend to adjust myself to economic conditions that will take necessities from the many to give luxuries to the few, leave millions of God's children smothering in an airtight cage of poverty in the midst of an affluent society. Modern society.
And right now, kids are in cages. And in terms of affluence, Donald Trump is spending over $200 million to build a ballroom while children are in cages and people starve. And they talk about euthanizing homeless people and killing them. And Charlie Kirk is talking about whether children should be able to watch when they do the executions. Shout out to Dr. King, man.
I can't even, what people in our past have fought against with the truth to power, I can't even in any way fathom what it's like to know the evil that's being done and know that you're standing up against it and know the mountain that you're trying to move of the power that they have, because they manipulate us from every angle. And they get us just off of being human beings. We're manipulated through every angle. I watch football games. I watch football games with people who call themselves owners. I watched football games that actually blackballed a man because he stood against police brutality. And you know what I did Sunday? I watched it.
Kneeled against, didn't even stand. He just took a knee on it.
I cheer for these racist owners' teams.
Should escape like that shit. That shit 3-hour escape.
Listen. You can say whatever you want. It bothers me that my mindset is so undisciplined that escape makes me overlook what they do. They use us for their entertainment, and then they pacify 1% of us by paying them hundreds of millions of dollars. And then when they try and speak out, they hold it against them and make sure they're trapped, that they can't. And they make sure they go to the depths of the hood for the most financially illiterate young men, not any fault of their own, because the educational system that they give them, they make sure the way to get out the hood, either you're selling crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. Mm-hmm. And I support it. And I know it's happening. And I still sit there. I know the racism that's there. And that is a simplified part of how they get us. They get us from every angle. They got deep into our churches. The escape, they made sure they were getting deep into these churches in Dallas, those mega churches. When you sit there and you realize that, damn it, why haven't y'all changed it? But they get us from every angle. So when I realize I can't even fathom what these civil rights leaders were doing. And actually,
what they're doing now.
What you
rolling
say?
in their grave. I say, you know what they're doing now? Rolling in their grave.
Rolling in their grave. Looking in the mirror every morning, getting dressed, knowing I ain't gonna be here when I'm 40. There ain't no way.
I may not get there with you.
When you hear a speech, when you hear that I have a dream, you almost tear up at a sadness to know that somebody knows something's coming, and I can't stop. And then a Stephen A. Smith gets on TV and says you have to adjust. He died. These people died so you wouldn't have to adjust.
They died not adjusting. Yeah.
So what's the opposing view? I mean, if you do adjust, what you provide for your family, you're able to maintain because you're not changing the system. So should
you maintain the system. If we thought that on the plantation, we'd still be in slavery. That exact thought would have us in slavery. Why revolt? You ain't gonna stop slavery. President even owned slaves. President got 200 slaves. We ain't stopping slavery. George Washington had slaves right here in Philly. What you doing, nigga? Like Malcolm said with the house slave and the field slave. What's better than what we got here? Run away. Luckily, some of us was so maladjusted, they was like, you get your promotion, dumb nigga. And ran off, created maroon colonies, did slave revolts, burned things, killed people, fought for rights, ran elections, built towns, stayed maladjusted, and kept telling these sellout Negroes, Samuel Jackson style Django, get away from them. Stop thinking that's the best that you can do. Come over here to Tulsa. We got our own thing. No, I'm staying here with Master. I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. All right, stay in the system.
It is hard for a lot of people to be that rebellious, though, right? And
but is it rebellious to want for yourself what he got for himself, or is that just being a human being and a man? Why would you not want what the other people got for themselves? If the other man got a town, why don't you want a town? The other man run government. Why can't you run government? The other man have run currency and give promotions. Why don't you don't want to give promotions? Like, let your nuts hang. Like, at what point are you not satisfied being a second-class citizen in somebody else's game? Even the Chinese came and made Chinatown. Like they said, we gotta have at least our own little structure in y'all structure. We can't just do y'all stuff. We want to speak our language.
And I thought about yesterday what you said, and I still agree I understand what I said, but you said we'll make it through. If this currency falls, we'll make it through. And I realized, Doc, the reason why I said what I said, and I still feel it, I'm scared. But you're right. But I'm scared.
Oh no, it's gonna be rough. But we got some difficult days ahead. Like he broke it all down. It's not gonna be easy. I'm not, but he did say, I'm not fearing any man. Like he let you know, despite the difficult days ahead, despite the fact that they're gonna take my life, right, within like 48 hours, and I feel the shadows breath. Like I may not get there with you, but we as a people, right? I didn't say I'm gonna be all right. I might not be all right. I said black people are gonna be fine. We as a people will get to the promised land, especially if enough of us are maladjusted. Now, if all of us just stayed on the plantation and told Harriet to kiss our ass, we'd still be in chains. If every time a John Brown or a Harriet Tubman or somebody tried to say, let's go be maladjusted, let's take the risk, it might cost us our life, but for the sake of our babies' freedom and their future to be full human beings, then we got to pay that price. We all die one day. If not enough of us was on that and we stayed cooking and working and doing the crops, right now, that's what we'd all be doing. We would not be doing a podcast. We'd be having our women, being used last night and then in the morning to breastfeed somebody else's kids and all that.
So with this same concept, Asha saying is also it's not hard to be rebellious. So why aren't we now? When Mike said we need 10,000 people to march down to the Capitol, whatever you said, 10 million. Why haven't this happened yet? Where's all the rebellious? Where the people at?
Because
Mike made the point. He said we're watching the game. The whole term is bread and circus or wine and circus from ancient Rome, where they built the Colosseums and people would debase the currency and have corrupt government, but they were able to do it because the people were so thoroughly entertained. So they said, give them bread and circus. And you know that there's a fall of a civilization coming when the biggest structures in the area are new stadiums. When all they want to do is build new stadiums everywhere, you're reaching a fall of society. When they talk about the booms in society, whether it's the industrial age and all that, right? The revolutions, we're building factories. We weren't building stadiums. We weren't having fun. We were doing supply chain and production. But now everybody else is made in China. So what can we do? Let them have fun. Because if they don't have fun, they're going to revolt. If they don't have fun, they're going to revolt. They even did that when enslaved people. Let them blow off steam. Because if they don't have harvest festivals and they don't blow off steam, then they're going to direct that steam to us. So they always knew, release valve, let some of that tension go. And the best way to let it go, let them get drunk, let them scream at the top of their lungs for a challenge, and let them feel like they in manhood and all that, and feel like they got all that warrior spirit, and then have no effect on the status quo or the power dynamic. And at the end of the day, we still rich as hell, they still poor as hell, but they're happy. You'll own nothing and be happy. Bread and circus. But in Nepal, I don't know if you saw the video. In Nepal, they just burned down the Capitol. Gen Z and millennials took to the streets and burned everything down. So America is one of the only places that's still like in the dark about how to respond to tyranny. You saw what was happening even in Haiti. People was running through the streets like, no, before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave. Give me liberty or give me death. No taxation without representation. Other people get played with and people play in their face. Bullets start flying. Things start burning. It's not going to be comfortable. No peace, right? No justice, no peace. That's how it usually works. We're the only place to get no justice and everybody gets to sleep good.
Quiet and complacent. There's a lot of people that's fearful, Miss Clark. There's a lot of people that got their wife and their kids they got to support, Doc. Mike, so these people, they saying, I can't be that one on their front lines, but if y'all rally to get enough together, I'd pop in then. They don't want to be the ones starting.
I'm more fearful of my kids being enslaved. I'm more fearful of my kids working on a plantation or in some concentration camp like they're trying to do. They're talking about U.S. citizens, right? The same way they do with these prisons. That would be my nightmare. My worst nightmare is my son in some my life movie jumpsuit on a chain gang, chain to somebody else, working for $1 a day because dad didn't stand up. And now slavery's back in effect.
Let's set it off to, well, I'm ready to get the revolution going. Ms. Clark said we can start the movement right here, Mike. We could be the ones to get it going on TikTok, get a date going, try to get something rallied up. But
are we still here? Is this a simulation? What happened to the rapture?
Oh, the rapture yesterday.
Did we miss the rapture?
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. Oh, man, like a party, like a baby shower. I missed the rapture. What time did it start? I ain't see a flyer or
So the
nothing.
people that said it, did they say, "Oh well, we delayed it"? Did they say something about it got delayed?
Yeah,
It
is
got
it a
pushed
rain
back?
delay or something? It didn't rain. It was rain
delay.
yesterday. Rain delay on the rapture.
You stupid. The rapture. I forgot all about
God said,
that.
"I'll be back." I got y'all.
Y2K, the rapture. Oh god.
It's weird. First of all, we're surrounded by. I'm telling you, it's a 24-hour a day.
Yeah, I
It's
forgot. It's
the
called.
system. Some people might say you should be disappointed the rapture didn't happen because we're so used to this suffering that we covet this suffering, and we're so scared to see our last day that we covet this. We covet the pain that we have to go through every day.
We fight for our jobs. If anybody says we're gonna lose our job, we go crazy.
We go crazy.
Because somebody could say, well, what's the alternative? It could be no job, but universal income, especially if you advocate for it and you elect. This is the problem.
Universal.
I was arguing every day with people in the boomer class because I was trying to tell them that college costs 10 times more. The kids can't afford houses. It's not because they're lazy. It's because you had an advantage. You had the GI Bill. You had all these advantages that other people don't have to get houses and to get wealth. One income was able to support a family of 4 back then and still take vacations, have a car in the driveway, right? That's not today. Now you got people that are 3, 4 in a house as roommates and can't still afford to pay to get a mortgage. I was trying to let them know Bernie Sanders is advocating for universal health care. The number one reason why people going bankrupt, even the boomers, the older people, was because health problems. They were yelling at me, I vote for Joe Biden. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, you dumb niggas. You dumb niggas. They pushed it. Now here we are. But there were people who were saying people need a universal basic income. You know who else said that? Dr. Martin Luther King advocated for a universal basic income. So while you're so busy clinging to the system because you're scared, if you just get some little balls about you and say, you know what? I deserve something because I'm a human being. Universal basic income. Matter of fact, I'm not going to work and I'm still going to get paid because other places have done that. And other people have advocated for that. But instead of that, we clung to the plantation. We clung to massa like Samuel Jackson to Leonardo DiCaprio. We said, no, keep it the same. And now that's what we got. So it's hard for somebody like me. You know, I'd be trying to care, but it's like, y'all could have voted for Bernie Sanders.
I could. Do that. During that primary, I should have voted for Bernie Sanders the way I wanted to. But I was caught up in the matrix. He can't win.
Had the biggest crowds. The polls were saying he's going to win. But yeah, and then they took him off the ballots and just ran him out. And everybody dropped out the race. Clyburn made Joe Biden win his first contest in 3 years. He ran for president 3 times. He had never won a single state until Clyburn made him win South Carolina. Totally rigged the whole joint. And then they got mad when somebody rigged it on them. So even that's hard for me to really empathize with you.
I don't sympathize. Let me tell you something.
You rigged it against Bernie. Now they rigged it against Kamala. Sorry.
This is all allegedly, people. This is all alleged.
Let me tell you about common sense. If one party alleges the other party stole the election, then the other party alleges the other party stole the election. They got proof that they stole the election. Then you know what? Somebody's been stealing elections. Because y'all really
they did drop out. They called it Bloody Tuesday. They confirmed that Obama made phone calls to Buttigieg and others and promised them things. And they didn't all just happen to drop out within 24 hours. Beto O'Rourke, Pete Buttigieg, like 4 people dropped out. They all dropped out the race after Joe Biden won South Carolina. And they said Obama was making calls and making promises and navigating from behind the scenes. There's no conspiracy with that. There were calls made, people dropped out the race. Then they tried to take Bernie Sanders off the ballot in New York, even though he had a right to be on the ballot. So that's all true.
And this is why I say this is the struggle of getting on stage right now, because I don't think about anything else. Nothing else is funny to me. And to beat another dead horse, which I'm surprised they ain't say we can't say that term anymore, because now I think about it, it's a pretty brutal term to beat a dead horse.
Well, it's already dead. You can't
yeah, but to continue to beat
that's corpse abuse.
That's got to be something.
There's laws against that. You can't just be beating corpses up.
And maybe this is the platform I take my responsibility. And maybe this is why I said yesterday, and maybe I don't articulate it the way Doc articulates it. I wish I would have had more mentors to know how to treat women, because I know how scared they are of healthy families.
Yeah, that's power. A lot of power in that. Healthy family got the power.
But they get us through everything. And we're human beings with alcohol, the food we eat. They make us sick. They make us intoxicated. Then when the real drug dealers, then when the opioid crisis hit, you realize the opioid crisis only hit because y'all were giving people opioids.
Oh yeah, Sackler family got they no jail time. No jail time.
Y'all were giving the opioids out legally. Will you be reading Kamala's book? If so, can you please do a review?
You plan on reading the book, Doc? Kamala's new book?
No.
What do you mean no? Lady Q just came, hers just came in the mail.
What? Oh, then she can do the review.
Lady Q read the book.
What would be
why you don't want?
What would be the point of reading Kamala's book? What would be the point?
I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of insight related. She said, I mean, I saw her on The View, acknowledging some things, her loyalty with Joey B, and how some things that she would have done differently. That that infamous question, and I'm figuring the book is going to have something in there. If you're an educator, you will want to know all aspects, right, Doc? You always preach and read. What do you mean, no?
I watched the interviews. I've heard the clips, about behind the scenes. So I've paid attention to the excerpts, but would I read like all 280 pages of the book? No, I'm not doing that. You know whose book that was good that nobody wanted to read? Unhinged by Omarosa. And I actually got in trouble on the radio station because I treated Omarosa with a lot of respect. And the same black women that said I should respect black women came at me. The same people that every day be like, that's a black woman, black woman, black woman. I said, despite the fact we have political differences, this is a black woman. And I'm not going to disrespect her. And after the interview, everybody was mad at me. Why you treat her like that? Pose challenging questions. She actually appreciated the fact that I actually read the book. And she said that on the air. I appreciate the fact you actually read my book and didn't just try to come at me.
I want to know.
And she went to two HBCUs, by the way. Since people swear they know people. They don't know Omarosa at all. She went to 2 HBCUs while some of these so-called black people on the Cory Booker tip. APAC'd out, white schooled out.
What
he's the president
in the world will y'all not get that everybody is compromised? And if you think her running for the presidency and what she had to hide behind the scenes, if you think that she's going to expose something in a book that doesn't go along with her party lines, y'all read it. And granted, you should read just to keep words going through your brain.
I'll skim it. Jay right. Jay got a point. I
have no
read. Yeah, I got
I've looked at all the excerpts.
How are we going to read a book? If you want to read it. Let's read it. But this is a person. This was a person that was inside the scams, among the scams.
We're supposed to know your enemy.
Both of these parties.
Right. That's a good reason to learn to read it. Then that point you made, Mike. Then Matt, you're right. I should read it because I need to know what the scammers is doing, and I need to know how my enemy's moving, and I need to know how the matrix runs so that I can make sure I
stay. Do we really look at Kamala as an enemy though? Stop what the enemy is doing.
That is. You're right. That's hyperbolic language.
No, Mike is about to get mad at what I just said, but I don't look at.
I think you're right. That's a little much. That's a little much. At a time she was
on this
right
box,
now
on this box. No, it's not on this box. This box right here, the one with the red shirt. Yeah, she is. She's part of that system. She's part of the same system that scams us every single day. She was a major role in it. They scam us every day and they make illusions and they make us fight within each other. And they know. They're compromised. But if you want to read a book, I have no problem with you reading a book. But please don't tell me that she's going to tell me something that's going to change the world, because she's not. She's going to make her money off of it and she's going to keep it moving. And I have no problem with that.
I disagree with the timing of the release. I think I have more of a problem with that. If I was her team, I just don't know why now. I don't know if they're trying. I know they're trying to do a Democratic convention for the midterms that they never done before. Maybe it's part of that whole drumming up to get her back into the conversation for president. Maybe it's more of a political thing than a marketing thing. Because as far as politics, I understand the timing. For her political career, I understand the timing. But as far as marketing the book, I'm like, right now? So no, maybe they're like, we're thinking about the big picture. We're thinking about 2028. I know Fearless, this ain't the best time to release a book. There's other stories that are bigger. but you'll see what we were trying to do. Like Lauryn Hill said when she had the baby, one day you'll understand. And maybe that's what they're on. Maybe they're like, we need to get this midterm election popping. This book is going to help the rollout. She's going to be one of the main presenters at the midterm convention, and it's going to launch her 2028 bid for the presidency. And that's what the book is going to do. It's our first step, and the convention's the second step. And then we're going full blown blitz, Kamala 2028, down with tyranny, unite the country. So I'll read the book.
Mike be getting so frustrated.
Y'all don't get it. They're all on the same team. They're not going to expose their team. They're not going to expose them.
Where is your hope at, Mike? Do you have any
I don't. I honestly, my hope is zapped out.
But that can't be it, though. You can't be zapped out.
Yeah, new every morning, new mercy.
No, and I get up every morning and I talk this, but I'm not gonna fall. I can't fall back into this matrix that they got us in. I can't fall back into this matrix that we're gonna buy Kamala Harris's book. I don't care. I don't care. And when people say, "What do you want her to do now?" I don't know. I don't know. But I know she has the luxury not to do anything.
Yeah, she wasn't selected. She's unemployed right now. She's trying to get a gig. We need some people trying to fight for us, right? We need some people, the Jasmine Crockett's of the world. You ain't rocking with Hakeem. Like we need certain people, right?
I thought you said Hakeem Jeffries. I was like, don't say Hakeem Jeffries.
I was about to not.
Don't say Hakeem Jeffries.
Queen going to say, what is 815?
Right. Even Cory Booker at this point, we need somebody else.
When you find out that her homeboy was entrenched, when you find out that our homeboy was entrenched, the former president was entrenched with Israel, and you think that she wasn't entrenched with Israel also, then you're really being naive. I'm not falling for this no more. I see the yarmulkes that they all wear, including Obama, and go kiss the wall.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy that they all put on somebody else's, because they don't.
I'm just trying to find something positive, something that you can just.
Oh no, I think the best blow to Trump is to elect a black woman. If you thought he hated Obama, I think his dying sight should be the inauguration of Kamala Harris, because the enemy of my enemy, and I believe that I want to strike terror and fear into the hearts of my enemy. I want to stand on their skulls, like it says in the Bible, of my enemy, my step stool, my footstool. So I can't wait till, even last time, I was all on the Kamala train. My Facebook page still has Kamala Harris on it to this day.
Y'all enjoy the rest of the show. Jay Black's going to provide hope. Dr. Smith is going to provide hope. I'll see you tomorrow. I got to go. All right. Everybody have a good one. All right. Have a good one.
He's really frustrated.
Well, no, it is, but to me, that is one of the main things that they thrive on. They thrive on our attention and our energy, and they thrive on our fear and frustration. They need us to not be in our right mind. That's why they keep bombarding us. They said flood the zone, keep new stories, new clickbait, new rage bait. Somebody's getting hung, somebody's changing a law, somebody's getting put off television, and it's like the pin the tail on a donkey. They spin you around, so by the time they let you go, even though their hands aren't on you, you can't even find your bearings. That's the best example I can give you, an unacademic example. Pin the tail on a donkey. Just spin them around to the point where even when we leave, they can't find their way. They still blind, and they got a dangerous weapon in their hand and can't find the right way to go, and going to end up hurting themselves or going in the wrong direction.
I think people want direction. People want answers. So for me, when I hear I don't know, it just gives a different energy. How do you move forward? Like, we get it. It's effed up. It's effed up. So what do you do? Who do you rally behind? The dig the back end of people that's trying to make change, even if they are compromised, they not compromised as some other ones. I know he's gonna say there's the lesser of evils, and I don't know. You got to get behind something.
Well, no, being black is always a compromise. The teacher in your classroom can't teach the black history they want to teach 99% of the time, or they get put out to school. Like we're all like I said, if you're at work, you're compromised. Like there's no way. If Colin Kaepernick can't even speak out or symbolically, then no, the average mechanic, the average teacher, the average manager, no, you can't be a revolutionary even in your private life most times, not even just on the job. So we're all compromised. No need to make anybody else feel, lesser than because they're more publicly compromised. But I think we've always been able to use these spaces and pieces. Whatever I do for Kamala Harris, I'm going to do more for my family and more for my community. That's how I see it. So I'm going to ride for her, but I'm not going to think she's the answer. I'm not deceived.
You're not gonna dig them. You're not gonna bite her back. You're not gonna do all that to make her look bad.
No. Last election, I was 1,000% pushing it because I saw the big picture. It had nothing to do with her. It was what I was trying to prevent and how she could be used as a cudgel or a weapon against my enemies. Period. People do that all the time. They break up with a girl. They don't like this new chick. She the boomerang. She the rebound. But it's gonna make my ex mad. Come on, girl, get dressed. We going out to the party. I know my ex gonna be there. I'm not gonna say that part out loud though. Yep, I'm gonna use you to get somebody else. People do it in the hood every day, and people do it in politics every day. I'm because they didn't love Trump. They all talked bad about Trump. They called him Hitler. They called him unstable. They called him a reality TV. Right? All the Republicans was talking bad about Trump. But guess what they did when it was time to rally around a circle of wagons and get a political victory? Praised them and never stopped because they know how to shift gears. This is how I really feel, but this is what I really need. Okay, we got to talk good about them? No problem. It's politics. And I played the same game. I said, that's the game we playing? Okay, everybody knows how I really feel, but that's not time for that right now. And I just say that on the radio. I said, I'm not going to be having these critiques 5 months from now. I'm saying right now we need to do this because it's our last time to do it, to be critical and have this dialogue about what's best for us as a Democratic Party. Once we got halfway through the election cycle, I'm like, no, we all got to just hunker down. He got people like in a cult dedicated to him. So we got to, the critiques got to wait till after she gets put in office.
So KT said she watched the interview with Joanne Reed, and what made her ask questions was the way, she's still riding for Joey B. Makes her give a side eye like she's talking out of both sides of her mouth. But,
yeah, she said that she was wrong about Bernie Sanders, like she didn't know. But then people brought the receipts of how she used to advocate for Bernie Sanders. She knew. She knew. No offense to
But if she talks bad about Joey B at this point, wouldn't she look crazy? Like, you were on my team.
Well, you can always say nothing. Like you can
But people want her to say something. That's the double edge. You ain't there now, so why can't you speak the truth now?
They can want whatever they want. I'm not getting tricked off the streets. That's how she lost the job she had last time. I mean, I'm in the same position. You got to know what come with that. Oh, but those pictures I gave you, the video I just sent, Nepal, the teenagers and the Gen Zs and all them, even Generation X, they burned down the government building, the parliament building, because there was a social media ban and there was some government corruption. So that's all they needed. All they need, you play with sound off really, but because they got some subtitles. But all they needed was a social. They cut off their internet. Look at that. That's the parliament building on fire. They went down there and burned the building.
Yeah, so what are they doing? Are they burning it down?
They burned it down. They taking pictures outside and everything. Got their phones out. They look at that. They got all the furniture outside. All the windows look busted out. Look at all that fire. They burned that thing. You want to be over us? You're not an overseer. You're not a tyrant. You're not a king. You want to be a government? Then you govern for the people, and the people are in charge. You serve us. You work for we the people. If you don't get how that works, then we're going to get you out of here. That's why we have different branches of government. So nobody can just try to do their own thing. Everybody's going to get checked out here. And we're able, according to the Second Amendment, to establish a well-regulated militia. They can't put soldiers in our house for the other men. Like there's a lot of rules to this. We have the right to get guns if you start acting against this Constitution. So once you start acting unconstitutional, then we can do the same thing. And now it's up and it's on. That's why sometimes people defend themselves against unlawful arrest and they find the cops being brutal and unlawful. No, then they have no obligation to acquiesce to you being tyrannical. You walk up and knock my teeth out with a billy club, I can go. Maybe I don't win the case, but legally I'm supposed to be able to defend myself at that point because you're not acting within your official capacity in a constitutional way under the color of law. So no, when people understand those things, they say, oh, the government ain't acting right. You know what to do. Same thing they did when the English government wasn't acting right. Fight them. Kill them. The British are coming. Wait, the British, the same people you just came from? Your cousins in them is coming? Yup. The British are coming. The British are coming. Get your guns. That's what Paul Revere said. Oh, they're coming to take people out their houses? They're coming to put people in cages? ICE is coming. But they don't study history. That's why I said you're right. I should read the book because these lessons of history help you to strategize for the future in the contemporary moment. Like, you got to know what other people did to get you here. The reason why you have a country is because a lot of people was maladjusted. A lot of people said, you know what? I'm not going. Paul Revere said, I ain't going. Patrick Henry said, no taxation without representation. Give me liberty, give me death. You're going to kill me before I'm not going to be free. And they champion him, right? Patrick Henry, give me liberty, give me death. No different than Tupac, ride or die. If you don't treat me right, somebody gonna have to die, me or you. And when you take that stance, usually people say, "You got it, boss." I was only trying it to see if it was gonna work.
And that part is crazy, Doc. They work for us. We pay their salaries. How about we stop paying our taxes? You go to jail, Asha. You stop paying your taxes. You ain't gonna get no check.
But she got a good point. If everybody stopped, it exposes the lie. But usually they don't get enough people. Tipping point. We get enough people to do it. Play the other video though. There's one more where they got the subtitles. You play it without sound. But the real interesting part is why this didn't come on the news at all. Why the whole mainstream media didn't show this? Why they didn't show people around the world rising up? Is it because they don't want you to rise up? Because they said when Haiti had the revolution, Thomas Jefferson was writing letters to other white slave masters, all scared.
You talking about this right here?
Yeah, make that big. Look how many people. That's what Mike was talking about. Mike said it's going to take this.
10 million people were going down to the Capitol.
Play it though. You turn the sound off. I think it's just subtitles anyway with music. Young people up on the roofs, out in the street. Young people, Gen Z. They banned social media. They took to the street. Don't turn off nobody's social media. I know Trump and them is taking notes. They're going to leave social media alone. They better back off TikTok.
So they all rallied. They came out.
They start online like a flash mob. That's what I said. They start online. People talking. Let's go out there. And then look at this.
That is a lot.
Cops ain't have nothing for that. They got out the way. The same cops that tell you, break it up, get out the way, move on. Yeah, come out a million strong and see what the cops do. They bounce. Couldn't even fit a tank on that street. And they went and burned down the country's parliament. They went to the Capitol and said no. And they ain't got no sophisticated weapons. I don't see no AR-15s, right? They got matches though. They got Molotov cocktails, I'm sure. I don't see them have no sniper scopes, no tanks, no tear gas. I don't see them with no body armor. I don't see them with no $1 billion budget from the Defense Department. Guess what? Power shifted. People united, never defeated. Yeah, 1940. They said 19 people died now.
But they can say, wasn't this like January 6th too though? Didn't they try to unite for what they believe, even though they was on the wrong side of history? Hey. I mean, I don't know.
But it depends on why you're doing it. If you're doing it because you're not getting your rights instead of a peaceful transfer of power, the people in January 6th was going against what the Constitution established. The Constitution said our most precious thing is the peaceful transfer of power. That's one of the most precious aspects of our democracy. No matter how hard we fight, when it's time to shake hands, we shake hands. They was interrupting that. These people are interrupting a ban on social media, their rights, and government corruption. If the government's corrupt, no, you don't got to listen to a corrupt government. You're supposed to rebel against a corrupt government. The other day and thought about Mike too. This is what it will take. Yeah, it'll take people rising up.
I like ratchet stuff. This ain't my lane. I like ratchet stuff.
No, yeah. If you got some clips, use a ratchet.
I saw people still upset at Cardi B.
That's why Donald Trump is so popular, because he gave them the political and the ratchet all in one.
So because technically Cardi B is still married. I know I'm doing a hard left here.
No, I just said the same thing yesterday. Somebody told me about pregnancy.
Clean up after. So Cardi B is technically Miss Clark. I don't know how long we're gonna be on, because I got Doc to talk to a little bit here. But I like ratchet stuff. Like Doc is the one with all the master degrees and doctorates and all that. That ain't.
Yeah, I'm also in child support courts. I know both sides. I also got baby mama dramas. I'll make the hard left with you. Yeah.
I think I got a clip of some baby mama drama too. But she's still
married.
They still pissed at Cardi B being married. And how can you respect the union of marriage and you're getting in another relationship and knocked up by somebody else? So I don't know if there's something to that or not. So the fact that she's still legally married, do y'all have issues with this? With the man, and they say with a man she just knew for less than a year. I don't know about all that. But
does he have other babies though? Does he have other children?
Yeah, he got other kids.
How many?
That I don't know. About it.
I'm looking it up.
Donald
No, me and my
Ratchet.
daughter talked about it. I said that. My daughter said something about Cardi B. I said, ain't she married? That's exactly what we had, that very conversation.
Oh, nobody got a problem with a married woman getting pregnant by somebody else? Don't you supposed to finish and handle your business? Say if that marriage
And
can
I can't hate because my divorce took 5 years almost. So and I see both sides.
Muhammad said he has 0 issues with her being married. A lot of women, Muhammad, would have a problem with that. You're supposed to respect the union. Complete your one process before you move on.
But no, Offset was holding out though. They said Offset was trying to get 20 million out of her and stuff too. So it's different when somebody's not cooperating with you.
Handle your business. Figure out your divorce before you start getting pregnant. If people really respect
maybe
marriage.
the pregnant part, but ain't nobody gonna put their life on hold for no 2 extra years because somebody being difficult. Like we only got one life, and now you don't know when you're gonna die, and you can only have babies for so many years. Like I don't know.
The double standard is real. Man still married and getting with someone is different.
Oh yeah,
women do it. It's fight the power.
It's not the ideal. I'll say that. Ideally, I would hope that things worked out, but I understand how real life operates. That's what I'll say. I'm not like coming down on her like I don't understand. I'm saying ideally, I wish that they had figured that out. I wish that they had been divorced legally. I wish all that. I wish that her and Stephon would wait until they got married, but that ain't life. Like, not for most people.
JB, I know people can't be shocked about this as well as Cardi B. People do this every single day. It's different when you're married, though. That's what the issue. What they're saying is, Asha, for people, I guess, Asha, you don't respect the union of marriage. That's what.
He gaslighting you. He gaslighting you. No, but I will say it is Cardi B. It's not Coretta Scott King. It's not, it's Cardi B. So if anybody we would expect to get pregnant out of wedlock and not care and probably be twerking on a video while she's pregnant to the point you worried about the baby, it'd be Cardi B. It'd be Cardi B.
That ain't like, I don't know. So apparently people, y'all don't care. I was wondering if people care because I saw online a lot of people cared. So I guess people don't care.
Yeah, I would say that shouldn't be life, but unfortunately for too many people, it's definitely life for a lot of people. Baby mamas, baby daddies, not knowing who the daddy is, all that kind of stuff be happening.
Let me see if I got another ratchet clip. I think I got one more ratchet clip. I wasn't expecting this. Let me see.
No, people said they like the album though. They just got the song with Kalani doing real well.
Yeah, the first 4 or 5 joints had me.
Trauma.
I think it started to lose me. Like I got to play it again.
Well, I argue with the class about the sexism in hip hop because I've always said Invasion of Privacy and The Pink Print are both classic albums, but nobody talks about it like that because of the fact that it's female MCs. And when MC Light called the station, I told her the same thing to her face. I said the only reason why your album Light as a Rock with 10% diss and Cram to Understand and all that is not a paper thin, right? The only reason why your album's not called a classic is because you're a woman. I told her I told her on the line, like if you were a man. Back in them days, same like me and Mike was saying about, some of these classic albums only got 4 or 5 hit songs. Like, if you really want to dig deep into what was going on in the 80s, a lot of these classic albums got 4 or 5 hits. And them other joints is like the DJ playing music and all kind of stuff back then.
Album cuts.
Yeah, so the MC Light had Cram to Understand, Paper Thin, Light as a Rock, all these different songs on there. That he kicked this one for Brooklyn. Now
Jeanette said, wow, Cardi B pregnant. Why I feel like she was Stacey Dashwood right here, right now. Like, I think everybody knew Cardi B was pregnant.
Because she in the videos with a tight outfit on, jumping around. She just started covering it up with the last video. Yeah. She covered it up.
And Charlie Kirk got shot too, Jeanette. Yeah, he got shot. Like, he got
what? They shot Charlie. They shot Charlie. They shot Charlie.
Somebody let Jeanette know what's going on. Yeah, she said, wow, Cardi B pregnant. It was breaking news.
Oh, no, the Fugees broke up. Yo, remember the Fugees? Now they're not together. Lauren still singing. But they broke up.
Oh God.
It's crazy. I couldn't care less about it. Yeah, but that's the thing too. I see Cardi's demographic. The release of Cardi's album let me know exactly what demographic she is, and she knows it, and she's there for them. And that's one thing that her team did well. Her team is like, don't try to grow up on this album and do no Kingdom Come, Nostradamus. Don't try to jump back down to the younger generation. The people that have been rocking with you, she says it on the album about people that have been with her since Bodak Yellow, all that. Those your people. Stay with your people, rock with your people. And she did that effectively.
Oh, gosh. Don't get mad at me, Jeanette, because You missing news cycles. Cardi B on the world tour right now. She's doing every promo there is at every mall. She's everywhere.
She was out on the street selling CDs. She literally was standing outside the street corner talking about buy my album.
All right, let me
with a baby bump out. Actually, I'm gonna
All
find
right,
that video.
So I saw this clip too. If you cheat on your partner, is it okay if they repossess some of their stuff back? Like, I don't know. Is he right? Is he wrong? We're gonna take the clip for face value. Is he right? Is you wrong? You cheat on your partner, and if they brought you something, can they take it back?
I'm gonna show the world how you be doing.
I don't care. I don't care.
See, what? See, look at you. Trying to take my tea. I'm gonna show everybody how you
spend my birthday with another dude.
Nigga, you was busy.
Exactly. Tell the world this. She's a gold digger.
Nigga, you trifling anyway. And what you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go right down there and I'm gonna go pick the TV up the same way. It don't even matter.
No, you're not. You ain't getting this TV back. Buy your own TV. Tell your other dude to buy your TV. I'm not dealing with you. Ain't stop following me.
I will follow you anyway.
Stop following
the same way I pulled up on you at that crib too. I pull up on you there.
I don't care. Like I said, she's a gold digger, bro.
I'm a gold digger, but you. I'm a gold digger. I'm a gold digger, but you had some jugs in your face at the strip club.
Nah, bro. Man, come on, man.
Jugs in your face at the strip club. Yeah, nah.
Anyways, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. You're not getting this TV back. Stop following me.
Yeah.
Stop following me.
Tell the world how you got poked in the eye too by that nipple. Till you look at you. Look at you. Yeah, you lame. You lame.
Always talking like, that's why I don't want to be with you.
And that's why I'm telling you right now.
Stupid stuff.
Yeah, I'm saying stupid stuff, but you left that out your conversation. You left that out your conversation.
You're not getting it.
All right, you can't even fit it in the trash.
Not getting it. Not getting this TV back. You're not getting it back. You might as well wrap it up. You're not getting it back. It's done for. You can have the cord, you can plug it in.
You trifling, you know that, right?
You're not getting this back. You see everybody? When you act like she do this, what happened? I don't care. Call me lame, post a video. I don't care.
It got quiet when he jumped on that screen.
See, that's why
it got a little quiet when he jumped on that screen. I held my breath for a minute, like, oh, he about to. Yeah. She was talking the whole time. Jugs in your face. When he jumped up in the air, she was like, oh, I guess I can't go get it back. She shouldn't have said that. She should have just let him throw it in there and grabbed it out. Maybe with that
wasn't no low ass TV. Stop hating, Nikki. That TV was look like a 65. That was a nice little size.
That's like when somebody come back for their money. Now he coming to get it. Now it's a little TV.
Your little funky $20.
Yeah. Take your little TV then. Nobody wants your little TV.
Your little TV. No, if my dude cheats on me and I forget he can have it. Oh, so Ty said she don't even want the energy.
Yeah,
you gonna let him. You gonna have it. You can keep that TV.
Unless it's like a house or something crazy that somebody bought or something, but yeah.
But you have the right to take your stuff back though. Somebody cheat, you can do that.
I think the question is it worth it? Because if she had called the police, it could cost him his life. Him running down the steps. Him running down the steps with a flat screen. He might not even be able to explain himself by the time he got shot. I thought it was a gun. Like, nah.
Why is she trying to justify her cheating? Because he
jugs in your face. Jugs in your face at the strip club.
That's what women do when they get caught, Nikki. You know that. You got to find something to throw out there. You got to find a reason. I did this because you had them chicks all up in your face at the strip club. It's a strip club. What?
I'm surprised people think the internet cares, though. People be putting people on the internet. She's like, I want people to see what you're doing. You think what? You think we're going to see that and what? Not speak to him, not do business with him, not be his friend? Like not be a family member. Like who is going to change the way they interact with this gentleman based on him carrying his TV? Like she really thought she was airing him out.
They gonna clown you now.
Yeah, they gonna see
you wrong.
Well,
Jeanette said he's an asshole. Jeanette, like, nah.
I mean, he might be, but that ain't gonna what's that gonna do for his life? Like people in the comments calling him names ain't gonna change nothing about his life.
Ms. Clark said, I'm not breaking ish. I'm taking my TV with me.
Yeah, I thought he was taking it. Maybe he don't got a big car or something. I don't know what that was about. I figure why not just put it in the trunk?
It ain't worth it.
Yeah, not for the TV.
I think it is worth it. I think
if he bought the house, if the apartment was his, he got to try to get her up out of there. The eviction, get the eviction started. But no. I would put it this way: what if the man was there? What if he got there and somebody was there? Like, I'm not doing that. That's not worth it. Even if you win the fight, now you don't call it a case, and they're gonna run it up on you. If you beat him up, they're gonna say he came in the house when he wasn't supposed to. They might try to justifiably shoot you. No, I'm not. No, I'm getting away.
Just let him take it. It's not that deep. She looks stupid. I guess Todd's saying she looks stupid following him around, recording.
Yeah, both of them look corny. It's a corny video. Both of them being very corny.
I make up to come with the last guy and still got everything. See, Jeanette, she got plots and plans just to keep us though. Like
she go right to the new guy. You won't believe what he did to the TV. The new guy already plotting to get a new TV. I don't know how the kids gonna watch their shows. The Eagles about to play. I don't believe him. The new guy be like, I got you. For real? You gonna get me a TV? See, that's why I knew I liked you for a reason. Playing both of them.
Let's see if I got some other clips. I wasn't planning on, or we could just wrap up. Honestly, it's up to you, Doc.
No, let the people.
You got something? Matter of fact, you got something? Oh, you want to let the people? What y'all want to talk about? We got a couple more minutes. Let's see. Unless Doc want to go there, I might take my TV. Jeanette be wilding. Yes. Jeanette didn't even know Cardi B was pregnant. I'm still stunned on that. She stayed on that social media. Didn't know Cardi B was pregnant. All right, Doc, unless you got something you want to hit on.
Let me see. I think
want to educate us.
Oh, I could do that. Oh, where's the video? I had a video. Yeah, talk for 1 minute. I'll give you a video real quick.
I'm trying to see where I want to go. If I knew Mike was leaving, I would have had some funny clips. No sex on the flight. What is this one? Play this. I like Ratchet.
I told you that. I'm a creep. I'm a creep.
Give me an Uber. Like, what am I supposed to do?
If you have to get on a flight, Uber, we're back to the hotel. We're in Puerto Rico right now.
You left her at the airport.
So if you're not gonna give it up, you can stay right here. I'm not getting your flight.
Give it up in the airport.
I mean, we could go get a little motel real quick. We could go in a porta potty. We could go somewhere.
But you couldn't get an extra day.
In a bathroom. I didn't get an extra day because you was acting funny since you got here, acting like you ain't wanna. You feel me? But now all of a sudden you on your period.
Oh,
now all of a sudden you on your period. So what you gonna do? Let me know right now.
To get home, for real.
No, seriously, I'm not buying. I bought a one-way trip for both of us. Now you need to find your way back. Or
This is against the law.
This is against the law.
That was funny. That was funny. That was like Trump said it's illegal to talk bad about it.
I'm sex trafficking you? That's what you call that?
See what his Diddy case then did?
I just feel like
the Diddy case got people saying, well, if you go on a vacation with somebody on the trip,
sex trafficking me?
Stop.
I mean, but they technically, if you buy a ticket for the purpose of sex,
stop. Go ahead. If you buy a ticket for the, you going on vacation.
Sex trafficking. I mean, that's the new definition. Even Boosie said a lot of these rappers gonna get arrested. Everybody that flew somebody out.
Yes, he flew her out to get. He knew that you, Miss Clark. If you get flown out to Mexico, what is going down. Stop, Tasha.
But I hope that's an old video. I hope he didn't, in the age of Diddy, think that was a good idea to fly somebody out, not knowing what was going to happen. They should have had a talk before this. Then
Cardi B been pregnant for a full career. That's funny.
That's funny.
Don't tell Jeanette that. Don't let her know, Tosh. First mistake is always get your round trip sent to your email. So Jeanette,
okay, got the flued out commandments. These the flued out commandments. 1, get your round trip.
Good morning, TP. Mike had to jet off a little early. He was there earlier, and me and Doc just played a couple of clips just to wrap up. And TP, you've been flued out before. If you've been flued out, you expected, something to go down, and you're gonna hit the man with my period just started. Stop with the bull crap. Somebody in the comments said, well, your mouth ain't going like the comments was real. The comments was crazy. The comments was going in. But you expect to take care of your person that flew you out, though, right? Y'all expect to have fun and be adults and do what adults do. She at the airport with a little bonnet on, and she's upset that he like, look, I'm not getting you back. You played me. I spent all this money and we ain't having no happy endings.
Nah, for real. You think I'm gonna fly you out and not get no pussy? Are you crazy? You can stay right here. I told you that. I'm a creep. I'm a creep.
Give me an Uber. Like, what am I supposed to do?
If you have to get on a flight, Uber, we're back to the hotel. We're in Puerto Rico right now. So if you're not gonna give it up, you can stay right here. I'm not getting your flight.
Give it up in the airport.
I mean, we could go get a little motel real quick. We could go in a porta potty. We could go somewhere.
But you couldn't get an extra day.
In a bathroom. I didn't get an extra day because you was acting funny since you got here, acting like you ain't wanna. You feel me? But now all of a sudden you on your period. Now all of a sudden you on your period. So what you gonna do? Let me know right now.
To get home, for real.
No, seriously, I'm not buying. I bought a one-way trip for both of us. Now you need to find your way back. Or
This is against the law.
this is against the law.
Yeah, that's prostitution.
What? Prostitution? How? How? I'm sex trafficking you? That's what you call that? No. I just feel like
That's
And that's why you don't play them games though, because people, especially black men, lowest on the totem pole in terms of the justice system. There's a viral video of a white girl joking with her black boyfriend, and she was like, "I'm gonna call the cops. Who do you think they're gonna believe?" And it wasn't funny anymore because, like, you know what? At any given time, like the Malcolm X movie, when you gonna cry rape, sister? If somebody has the power to make something up at any given time that can cost you your life, you got to move accordingly. That's a lot of power to have. All I got to do is cry and call the police, and you might die. It's a dice roll at that
never
point.
going anywhere without a return ticket. Nikki, it could be a one. Sometimes people do one-way flights because it's cheaper that way. Then you're gonna, when you get there, you can.
You
get
don't
that
like them, don't
style.
even go.
That
Like, if
can
you want to
happen.
be around nobody, if you don't like them like that, why? I don't understand.
Like,
I think that's thirsty for a vacation. Like, you that thirsty for a vacation that you're gonna be at risk. I'm not gonna be sleeping next to nobody I can't trust and we ain't on the same page.
Miss Clark said, but why is that an expectation, Doc? Why is it expectation to have sexual relations with someone that flew you out to Puerto Rico for the week?
Is that a joke, bro? Why do men book flights and pay for women's vacations? I think the number one answer on the board, if Steve Harvey was here and this was Family Feud, the number one answer would be sex. Matter of fact, that'd be a sudden death answer where it's only one answer on the board. You ever do Family Feuds? Sometimes you have one answer on the board?
Only the one answer.
One answer. Why do men fly women out on vacations and pay for trips and flights? Friendship. And I got it, Steve. Good conversation. Do we got good conversation? And Steve, this might sound crazy. Maybe sex. Number one answer on the board. Why?
Good conversation.
Why is that the expectation?
Why? That's what Miss Clark.
But that's why. What's that movie with Taraji with knowing how the men think when she could hear the men's thoughts? I really wish for just like for an hour, women could hear men's thoughts. It might scare them, but they would fully understand when they say a man thinks about sex every 16 seconds or whatever they say in the studies. Like, that's a big deal to guys. Yeah.
So K-Day said women better stop playing that damn game.
It's a dangerous game for everybody.
Know the deal. That's what I was trying to say.
Men going to end up locked up and catching charges. Women going to end up abused and stranded. Like, nobody's winning here. Like, stop with that transactional hustle. If you're going to be transactional, speak about it like adults, agree upon it like adults, handle your business like adults. I think one thing I do agree with Ms. Clark is it shouldn't be an expectation because we should have already discussed this. It should not be an expectation because it should already be established what we're going to do when we get there.
Discuss. You don't discuss, you don't.
First of all, how many beds we getting? Like, am I getting two beds?
Is the king?
Am I getting a dual connected room or am I getting a king size bed? How do I even plan this trip? You just assuming we're going to sleep in the same bed? That's bold. Like, you just jump right to it, huh?
So you saying the woman, whoever's the other person that's getting flued out, should establish, hey, we have
both of them should. If the dude is getting a room, why are you getting one room? Why are you getting one bed? If you getting one bed, then you should have one conversation. It's only right. Because to me, that is kind of creepy. What if she thinks it's two beds? She gets in the room, she's like, whoa, don't do that to nobody. That's not appropriate either.
So
that is creepy and weird.
So your victim.
No, that's both of their faults though. If dude should say, I got us a room, I got us a king size bed. There's cool ways to just mention it. She might say, whoa, 2 beds though, right? And then you can discuss it. But if you say, I got us a king size instead of the queen, or I got us a queen, but I want to have some room in the. There's ways to say we sleeping in the same bed. He brought it up. She might be like, okay, I see you, king size.
He sounds perverted, like a street.
Yeah, the whole thing about the bathroom in the motel, he kept going. Like, if somebody called you a weirdo, then you don't keep asking them for sex. And what she was weird too to say, you're a weirdo, you're thirsty, but can you give me an Uber? I thought that was, she should have probably saved the weird part till after she got the Uber and then called them names when she got home. Wait till you get back to the States.
If that's the deal to be taken on a trip, I'm not going. Bye.
Yeah, nobody's going. Guess what, Miss Clark? I'm not going either. If Diddy calls me tomorrow and says, yo, I'm trying to fly you out, Playboy. No, thank you.
But
I'm going to be in Philly that weekend.
If Cassie called you, hey, yo, I'm flying you out.
No, I'm good because she be putting cases on dudes. I end up owing $30 million. All I got is a good story and no money. No, ain't getting me.
However, this is why women should always have their own money and be able to be ready to pay for anything.
Those are the takeaways.
Relying on some Negro that's flying you out to pay for everything.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy, though. To leave the country with not enough money to come back in the country. And honestly, both of them deserve each other. They together for a reason. Whatever they talked about, the fact that they both made all these decisions, they belong together, they're at least on the same level as far as communication and responsibility and appropriateness. They are matched.
Women can do that. They can leave. I'm sure there's people watching right now that you went somewhere when you knew you was relying on somebody else and you ain't have enough money for yourself. But you was
not even a credit card, not even something that's going to debt.
Who you with?
But not even an emergency card. Like I can at least get a Spirit flight. I can at least get myself back to the United States.
Is that a joke?
Oh, why would he? With expectations. Yeah,
oh yeah, Miss Clark. I'm behind. Yeah, expectations. Yeah, that's Miss Clark. That's Miss
Clark.
No,
but I agree with the term. It shouldn't be expected. It should already be
a porta potty. Really, this is so trifling. Yeah,
he was like, let's go in the bathroom. And everybody knows them airport bathrooms are some of the nastiest bathrooms on the planet. And it was a Puerto Rico bathroom. It wasn't like they was in the Delta Lounge, or somewhere special with the frequent flyer mileage where they got their own little hors d'oeuvres and stuff. It wasn't that bathroom.
Miss Clark said she a Gen Xer. She don't get the trend. She got the boomer values.
Oh yeah.
Are you still in a relationship, Miss Clark? Or are you single again? Because I don't. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, my thing too, I'm thinking you should be going on vacation with somebody you with. You shouldn't be meeting people on vacation. That is kind of wild. We shouldn't be meeting in Puerto Rico on our way to Puerto Rico. We should be meeting coffee shop, park, for a walk, for dinner.
Well, if you're in a different state, like you in Cali or I'm in. We
still got to meet before we leave the country. Let's just do two then. Let's meet up once and go on a date and see if we vibe and see if everything online was the same in person before we start planning trips out of the country. We can go to the harbor in Maryland. We can go to the beach. Like there's other things we can do. Like, but that's that whole culture, that online culture where everybody's trying to do too much. Like everybody want to start with Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic and all that.
I like the honesty from our people. Here go Ty said, this is like when a female be mad saying that, yo, he trying to have sex with me after he done brought me 40 drinks. What do you think? You thought like you accepted 40 drinks. You accepted all these shots at the club and it's like $25. And you think he ain't thinking something gonna happen?
Yeah, he done bought you a used car out that joint. he done paid for a Corolla. He could have had a Corolla outside. Instead, he got drinks in your belly.
He gonna try to have sex with me? Yeah, he just filled you and your girls up. He done brought you shots.
You the chaser. All them drinks, you the chaser. We're gonna follow these drinks with you.
A used car. Oh God.
You ain't know.
My one-way ticket. Oh, funny. Trendsetter. No. Why you put yourself in that situation? Flex, pause, Diddy flying you. Yo, the whole trafficking, that's the Diddy thing. Now everybody gotta escape, loophole. Now, yo, that's trafficking, yo. Yeah,
but people have done that. Though. People be like, yo, let me do this. Man, woman, child. People have always got a little weird vibe when somebody's trying to do too much for them. And they're like, I'm good. No, thank you. That 30-year-old man that tried to offer you gifts when you were 16, right? I'm sure some women could relate. You was young as hell, walking home from high school, and the car started slowing up. It was a nice car, but you sped up your walk. Like, no, thank you.
You know what it
ain't
is.
No Benz worth disappearing for.
TP had bigger issues with her bonnet. See, TP ain't like her bonnet. The bonnet is fine, right? When y'all traveling,
the bonnet looked borrowed. The bonnet looked borrowed. The bonnet looks borrowed. Girl, let me get your bonnet though. I can't find mine. That's what it looked like. It's giving hurry up. I got a flight to catch. The bonnet is giving hurry up. I don't like him like that anyway. I don't care what I look like. The bonnet's giving. He think he getting something.
No, that's your relaxed flight. She relaxed. She like, I ain't worried about impressing nobody. I got my dude. We together. He know what it is when I put it on.
Or honestly, ladies, see, I don't want no smoke. I'm trying to give a balanced perspective today. Many times, ladies be fully prepared to do things with people, and they mess it up. They say the wrong thing. They do the wrong thing. They come across in a way that is creepy or demanding. And the woman's like, you was about to get some. I'm not going to say that to you, but you done messed up your chances. Happens on dates all the time. Happens on trips all the time. Woman done got her special panties on. She done got a wax job. She done did everything she need to do. She is ready to play. And then dude done opened his mouth and messed it up. He was about to be blessed. And he blocks his own blessing by saying or doing the wrong thing. Was answering your phone one too many times during something. But I've seen that too. I've heard girls say he ain't even know. I was playing. I had my overnight bag. No, that's who knows what he did on that trip, Jay. He might have started talking so crazy.
Because she lying about her period. Because you're not scheduling. Most females, I'm gonna just say, I'm assume, you know when your cycle's coming on or off, and you're not gonna plan. You move accordingly. You know, all right, I can't go no swimming this day because of this, or I know my cycle should be starting this. So me planning this trip, oh, that's gonna ruin that. Like they know, so they work around that.
Very few people that use that as an excuse not to be intimate at all.
Like
the commenter said, we could figure something out. Like usually, if people like people, they want them to be happy, and they make sure they're happy.
This is why I don't date. Cue the game. This is why I don't date. Well, you got to date. You ain't gonna be single forever. You want a companion.
Date ain't the problem. Being bought is the problem. Don't be for sale. That's all you gotta do for that. Though. Don't be like Big Bonnet. Don't be out here like Big Bonnet. Stranded in Puerto Rico.
I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, they did say that too. He did the same thing. Left her stranded.
Not borrowed. Yeah, that's what he said. He said
big borrowed bonnet. She had a big borrowed bonnet, and she's trying to get back.
I can't. No bonnet in public. Wear a hat. People think a hat. You don't look like
people. People think that the airport is the place for the bonnet and the pajamas. Like they get their outfit ready for the airport. They be like, I'm getting my good pajamas, my matching bonnet. Yeah, don't be for sale. That's all. But these young ladies, I'm glad she said the boomer thing. These boomers need to talk to these young ladies because they think it's cute. They think that send your Cash App if you want to say hi to me. They think that transactional thing has run amok. And online presence and dating and giving roses just for you sitting on a screen, and people are so insanely entitled that they think that just their presence deserves payment.
Oh, Ash said it's an overall control thing, and the fact that this man is so desperate and horny, he's willing to get his payment in the airport bathroom. Come on, that's the whole part of control. Sheesh.
But if you willing to spend that much money, even that part's weird to me. Because like, yo, whatever the price of the trip was, you could have just paid somebody then. You could just hire, so you don't even want, it is a little twisted because you could have just paid a woman and been like, I need you to, come swing through.
No, it probably was a control thing at that point. I done did all this and now I needed to meet you a little bit.
For that much money, you could have had a transactional interaction with 2 or 3 women.
What if he scheduled the trip? Q says, shit. Get that towel, dude. Run the lights. Run them red lights. See? If you really about it.
Oh, I put it together. I was late. I was slow with it. My bad.
Yeah, you gotta run the red light. Hey,
I wasn't talking about that. I was saying work out something other thing.
Big bonnet.
Big borrowed bonnet. Now bored and big borrowed bonnet. Now bored and big borrowed bonnet.
Yeah, Asha, I could never see you with a bonnet in public. Asha, yeah, that ain't your energy. Yeah, no. And let's not discuss the fact that what.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I said he should have said, I got the king side. He should have said stuff to let her know what his intentions were. His ways to introduce the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, he could have paid for the states.
Yeah, he could have had somebody like, what are you doing? When all the strip clubs he wanted to, bought the drinks and went and, yeah, whatever. Like, come on. Because he probably spent at least, $300? At least. That's on a discount Groupon Spirit flight. Because he still had to get the hotel, right? All that. They might do 4-wheelers.
So we filled our time. Mike will be back tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday?
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. So it should be Kamari tomorrow. Maybe we're going to get some. I had a financial question I wanted to ask him because we got this whole.
Monty and Kamari, right?
Yeah, it should be Monty too. Here's the thing with Monty. I'm not sure if she's going to be on. But my son, he's 13. He asked for a credit card. He wants to do chores and all this. So we was thinking the Cash App. Then I was like, I should have probably started a savings account for him a long time ago, but I wanted a card that he can use that I can put money on that he can be responsible.
Yeah, they got that green one, or they got the Chime where you're in charge of it. Chime has
I need that. So I need to figure this out. And I want to ask Kamari, what's a good a good account for
He
a
probably gonna say Chime is
13-year-old.
good. Chime is good for that because my kids had their own debit card. We tried to get my son a bank account, but they said he got to wait till he's 14.
So you said a Chime, and what? It's just like a regular.
Chime does like to get started, new ways to build credit, so it helps the kids build credit and manage their own money.
Oh, so it's like they socials attached to it?
Yeah, they got a green something too. They got like a green something card.
Ty said my son has green light.
Green
So
light, yeah, right on.
I want to ask Kamari about this financially. I want to know what's up with this money and how much should I be putting in monthly.
Kamari might give you the real game because I learned late after I had the speaking LLC that the real game is when your children turn 14, you put them on payroll, and instead of giving them allowance that they can't benefit from in terms of credit history and employment history and all that, and build interest on, you pay them through the company a salary. Helps you with taxes, helps them to save money. You can put it in special accounts, like a 401k style account for education. Like, there's a lot of games to play. Instead of just handing your kid $50, $20, $100, like they said, no, that's what poor people do. Rich people set up an entity, get it all recorded, build up their credit, and then get a tax break for the employee, and then able to funnel that money into different accounts that are, less taxable and better interest and all that. So that's the real skinny. Get you a LLC.
But my tax guy's been saying that, but my wife is super scared to do that. My tax guy's been saying yes. But she told me, I ain't doing that. No, he can clean up the office space and pay. I ain't doing all that. She gets so scary. It's that's what's wrong. We have these things that are
set up another entity, set up a whole separate entity.
Yeah, I'm talking to Kamari about this tomorrow.
But Bush Family Enterprises, right? Whatever y'all do, even under the stuff like communication, the podcast and all that, like there's things you can put under it or whatever you do.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna figure this out. Oh, Tasha said she got Noah. She get Noah's her son. Then she get him a bank account too.
Yeah, they said I gotta wait till 14, but I'll be there. Yeah, green light. That's what it's called.
Green light. So it seemed like people talking about green light. Yeah, because he won his own car.
That's what my kids got. My kids got the green.
But he want to waste it on Roblox. I want to be able to manage it and supervise it too, to where as though it's locked and he like they're wasting money on Roblox and these stupid.
Well, maybe a separate investment account is different. Like what Kamari be trying to get us to do.
That's what I want to
Having the child get used to saving and investing.
Employee. Yes, KT. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow with Kamari, KT.
That's the way.
Let's have. I know Mike probably come in hot with something that Trump done pissed him off about, but we're gonna make sure we get it in with Kamari. Pause. We're gonna talk with Kamari about it tomorrow. Yes, Doc, you're right. Put him on payroll.
Yeah, payroll.
Yep, and work. Yeah, woke up inspired. Shout out to Lady Q. Woke up inspired. I love being black. Check out her website. She got a bunch of stuff. Doc, we're gonna be here tomorrow. It's Thankful Thursday, so whatever you're gonna be thankful for tomorrow. You better get that off your chest. Love us for who we are, not who you want us to be. Oh, what? Look at Mike. Yep. I'm still mad. So Mike said,
no, he didn't jump in to say I'm still mad. That's crazy, Mike.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts.